Hey everybody, this is John and welcome to the free video. So the NASDAQ continues along its merry way, and the question here is, are we going to be able to get a breakout to new all-time highs backed by a weekly squeeze, or is this going to be kind of a great big fizzle? And we're already seeing some of the key stocks breaking out and running. Not everyone is following suit, and so the question is that okay, is this just happening in a handful of the 6 stocks that every fund manager has to own? What about everybody else? Or is there something here to be careful of, and what do we look at? So on something like this, last week we had some great trades in Amazon and Google, and if we look at Amazon right now, it's this is one where if you've got it, great, trailing up stops. I've exited my position on this. Do I wish I still had it? Of course, but it was a fantastic trade, as was Google. And so the question now is, what to do right here and right now, and how to find stuff like that. And so a couple of things that we had looked at here today. Well, one of the ones I like is Shake Shack. This is one where it's just doing its own thing. It's got 40% short interest. It's got a squeeze, and it just kind of, it's a honey badger. It doesn't really care what the rest of the market is doing. So I like that for that type of a situation. And then from there, I will look at things like either sector rotation or what I call time frame rotation. All right, and time frame rotation is something that's pretty fun as well, and we'll take a look at that in a second. From here, the other short interest stock that I like is Decker Outdoors, although this one doesn't really have a squeeze. But you can see here the reason I like these high short interest stocks is when people and funds that have a huge short position in these things figure out that they're wrong, and they typically figure out they're wrong when it's making new all-time highs. The process of them having to cover all of those short positions drives the market higher than, essentially, you just don't see that in what I would just call a normal move. So I certainly like and appreciate those kind of moves. All right. So from there, what about, what are the kind of trades that I like? I like rolls. All right. So real quick, what is a roll? So a roll takes place, and of course this is the multi-EMA cross tool. So a roll takes place, in this case for a bullish roll, is when the time frames from the monthly on down to this hourly are all bullish, and then you get short-term weakness like this. Now, the stock puked like 10 points, but the larger time frame is bullish. And so when you see something like this, we look for the roll higher to then establish a position. So what we look for on this is just wait patiently and to say, instead of trying to like, oh, I'm going to buy it here at support, right? Well, support didn't hold at all. Okay, well, what about this support level? That didn't hold at all. What about this support level? That didn't hold at all. But finally, when we get down here, we start to turn and the 1 minute crosses higher, all right? That's an indication that support is like, all right, great, support is holding, and now we're ready to move back in alignment with the larger trend. And what's great about this is that, when you see the turn, okay, when you see that turn, you can get in with a pretty tight stop, and then you're just like, all right, now if the 2 minute goes, awesome, you're on your way. And if for some reason it doesn't work, you're only risking a small amount. And if you watch up there, you're like, okay, now I'm waiting for the 3 minute. And then, boom, we got the 3 minute. Now, right now we're just consolidating, but the 3 minute turn, that's very, very positive. So now is the 4 minute going to do it? Bam! So the 4 minute does it. So now, we're starting to grind our way up again. And then the 5 minute goes, and the 20 minute goes. So it's great, and that's what I mean by a roll higher. And just as a reminder, if you are interested in learning about the roll trade, the class is still available. It's ongoing right now. We did our first day of live trading today. simplertrading.com/DPT. You can get the Saturday strategy class and the multi-cross indicator for $4.97 as a member. So if you're not a member, just click here and do a $7 trial. And then if you want to join us for the live trading, you get the strategy class, of course, 3 days of live trading, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the multi-cross indicator and dynamic profit zones, which has been a fantastic way to manage trades in this environment. And again, as a member here, if you're not a member, just click here, $7 trial, just $8.97. These indicators have been paying for themselves multiple times over in this environment, and I expect will continue to do so. They're really great tools. Eric went out of his way for these. Good stuff. All right, you guys have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you at the next update.